With 20 years of corporate and entrepreneurial experience, Tammy Robertson talks about a different kind of leadership, a heartfelt approach to life and work, and authentic connection. Her fresh challenges and relatable stories can be summed up in one phrase: get your heart in the game. Please welcome Tammy Robertson.
Get your heart in the game is about re-engaging in a whole different way. And you know what's really exciting right now is that this is your time. We're into a time that's not going to ever come back and look like it used to. It is now calling for a different kind of leadership that's about heart and not so much our head. I don't think that we can stay excited and energized about our life passively. It really is something that we decide again and again and again and over every day. And the truth is we don't have time not to connect, because it doesn't matter how many things you get done on your to-do list. At the end of the day, if you've only got stuff done without ever having a moment of connection or aliveness, there's a void that just never gets filled up. If you're feeling bad, here's the truth. The simple truth is if you feel bad, you're telling yourself a bad story. And if you're feeling good, you're telling yourself a good story. So the next time you start to feel bad, you say, hey, what am I just telling myself just now? Is it that conversation that has me kind of get more conscious, start to pay more attention? But how do we help people communicate better? The first thing to do is to look at what is the real problem. The second thing is to look at the possibilities. And the third thing is to take action. It is about being conscious of taking in good things. Who you become in 5 years really has a lot to do with what books you're reading, who you're hanging out with, and the kinds of conversations you're having.
Tammy's audiences are always entertained, yet challenged to not take life so seriously. Your group will be in stitches with Tammy's combination of wacky storytelling, off-the-cuff humor, and her oh-so-fabulous zest for life.
In response to how are you, my favorite is fabulous. I love the way it sounds, fabulous. I'm fabulous. His partner came in and he said, how are you? And I said, fabulous. And the new dentist I hadn't met yet looked at me and he said, I've heard. And this one woman says to the other woman, she says, hey, what happens when you squeeze a grapefruit? And the woman says, I don't know. She says, no, come on. What happens when you squeeze a grapefruit? She says, I don't know. She says, well, you get grapefruit juice. You get juice. The woman goes, yeah. She says, well, do you know why? No. Because that's what's in there. And I'm listening to it thinking, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Because you can't get anything out except what you put in. And so every day, we are responsible for what we ingest. That's what we have to offer to give out. She had come home and she got a photo radar ticket. She wasn't very happy about the ticket. She hadn't had a good day as it was. So she walked directly into her home office and immediately faxed the local precinct a $50 bill. Moments later, she received a fax back. It was a picture of a pair of handcuffs.
Most importantly, Tammy's heartfelt and real-life messaging inspires audiences to succeed in life by looking deep within themselves and connecting to the world and the people around them.
Motivation is what we do when we try to get somebody else to do what we want them to do. Inspiration is about turning people on to the idea of them being the best they can be. It's about saying what I'm really here to do is invest in your potential, and how can I get you to the place where you're feeling so great about yourself.
Tammy was a joy to listen to. She was so motivational. I guess I should say inspirational, because she taught us the difference between motivating and inspiring.
And she gets people to reconnect to now, reconnect to this very minute, reconnect to something that's most important.
And as I was running, I came across on the sidewalk the word love in chalk. If you've got love all packaged up in one person or one thing, it's not it. Love is everywhere.
I often say I need a good dose of Tammy every once in a while, because she gives you those gentle reminders of what's really important in life.
The best moments are the ones that you just allow. You give yourself permission to experience, to claim, to sink into, to enjoy. I think one of the things about getting our hearts in the game is really about slowing down and being present.
She helps us to want to be an inspiration within the workplace and gives us tools and information to, I think, allow us to do that once we get back to the office.
You can't get people to do something because it's going to serve somebody else unless they see that it's about me and about me moving forward and being excited about the things that matter to me, that's meaningful for me.
As a life coach, author, and professional speaker, Tammy Robertson has helped over 100 different business groups, organizations, and associations to change their experience with both life and leadership. She's a co-author and writer, and her newest book is entitled Get Your Heart in the Game Playbook, a living manual for holding yourself accountable to what matters. With the ability to speak to large groups, yet getting to the heart of the individual, Tammy's audiences will leave with new tools, strategies, and practices to be fully engaged in both life and work.
And so we're sitting on the beach, my mom and I, and Madison and Rayla were in the surf and just having so much fun. And we're sitting there and we put out our beach towels and we're in our sundresses and we're trying really hard just to look good. Finally, after a little bit, my mom gets up and she's quite a bit older than me. And she looks at me and she says, "I'm going in." And I said, "You're what?" It was a really windy day. You gotta know, it was windy and blowing and not so pretty. She says, "I'm going in." And she strutted down to the beach in her bikini and then got in the water and she's on the boogie board and she is having so much fun. Her hair's full of salt spray and her mascara's down to her cheeks. I had to get up and go in. She raised the bar. And it was so much fun. And after that day of swimming and being messy and not looking good, and I started to wonder, how often do I end up sitting in the stands watching other people play the game? How often do I pull myself out, content to observe other people falling down, getting messy, picking themselves up and brushing themselves off? We watch other people engaged in their life. We watch other people sweating and toiling and having the best time ever because they're testing their potential against whatever. How often do we just want to sit back and look good and be right rather than get messy and be alive? So I encourage you all as you leave and you go through the rest of your day and get your heart in the game. Be on the playing field. Love your life. It involves being messy. It involves making mistakes. It involves screw-ups. You have to take yourself not too seriously because when you do, life is sweet and juicy and delicious. And you're creating that experience when you have your heart in the game for every single person that comes into your attraction. So thank you. Have a great day. I'll look forward to seeing you a little bit later.